Hey, good morning. Well, so the votes are still being tallied, but let's take a look at this map that we have here from the Financial Times. It shows counties across the country, regardless of their population, and how the vote shifted between 2020 and 2024. Now, Mr. Trump made big gains across the board, even in traditionally blue states like New York and California. So far, it looks like Washington state is the only state where voters favored the Democratic candidate at a higher margin than they did in 2020.
From the top of the ticket, down the ballot, it appears to be a blue wave in Washington.
A bit of a jarring sense for voters in Washington.
Because nationally, we'll remember 2024 for sweeping Republican victories. In Washington, even the last bellwether is no more. Clallam County, which has correctly predicted the president in every election since 1980, snapped a streak that was unmatched by the other 3,142 counties in the U.S. Voters from the North Olympic Peninsula significantly favor Harris in the polls. With 83% in, the vice president leads Mr. Trump by more than 8 points. It looks to be an even wider margin than 2020 when Clallam County chose President Biden by just 3 points. King 5 political analyst Rob McKenna says this might represent a trend going forward.
The state has been trending blue. That's part of what's going on nationally, right? Red states seem to be getting redder. Blue states seem to be getting bluer. It's the big sort, as they say.
We should take a lot of joy in the fact that the things that we have been doing as a state are resonating with voters.
Democratic Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal won re-election by a wide margin, and Democrats appear headed for a sweep of statewide offices. Plus, 3 of the 4 conservative-backed initiatives on the ballot are losing.
Here in Washington state, I think we have a government that is much more in tune with people, as we saw with these ballot initiatives.
But experts say nationwide, voters chose one issue above all else.
It's really the economy that's turned out to be the most important issue.
And back in Washington, the Democrat-leaning results translated to Governor 2. Bob Ferguson carries a 12-point margin over Dave Reichert, and we saw very similar results in 2020 when Governor Jay Inslee defeated his Republican challenger, Lauren Culp, by 13 points there. Jake.